1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4. If only it were that easy, right? Well, it turns out it can be, if you know the right tricks. We've found 8 hacks that will have you on your way to Slumbertown in no time. 1. Try to ease your worries. Regardless of whether you have nervousness or are just envisioning all that you need to do the following day, some of the time it's simpler to stress once your head hits the cushion, than unwind. In any case, Crowell calls attention to that the room isn't the time or the spot. Keep in mind, you have 16 hours during the day to stress, so make the room your effortless zone, she recommends. Make a daily agenda consistently and work out your concern list also. The simple demonstration of recording things can cause them to appear to be more sensible than leaving them to twirl around in your mind around evening time. 2. Make a sleep time schedule. While you may think something like this is just for youngsters, Crowell needs you to re-examine. Grown-ups need sleep time schedules, as well, she demands. Follow a similar schedule each prior night bed, make certain to incorporate something lovely, delicate music, perusing, yoga, and so forth. Your brain and body need that progress time among wake and rest. The standard itself will fill in as a prompt that it's opportunity to rest. In the event that you think making and adhering to a set sleep time routine will be an over-the-top undertaking, let Google help. With Google's digital well-being apparatuses accessible on the Nest Mini, $49, your voice can initiate your own adjustable sleep time schedule. With it, you'll have the option to set a caution, diminish the lights, bring down your music, get tomorrow's climate, and nod off quicker just by saying "Good night, Google." 3. Focus on your breathing. One approach to loosen up your brain is to initially loosen up your body, which you can do through diaphragmatic relaxation. Sitting on a seat or lying on your back, place one hand on your upper chest and the other right over your stomach button. Take in through your nose, feeling your stomach move out against your hand. The hand on your chest ought to stay as still as could be expected under the circumstances. Think about your stomach like an inflatable you're topping off, taking in however much air as could be expected until breathing out through your mouth with pressed together lips. Once more, the hand on your chest ought to stay still. Do this activity for 5 to 10 minutes. In the event that you do yoga, you're most likely acquainted with this sort of stomach relaxing. In any case, in case you're attempting it just because, Martin recommends rehearsing it during the day, instead of attempting to learn it at sleep time. Some of the time that is a lot of exertion. 4. Worry the correct way. Prather says you need to let that uneasiness happen outside of the bed, and one approach to get a grip of this inclination is through a valuable concern workout. Ordinarily, he'll have individuals do this before they're breezed down. He says you distinguish the main 3 things that you're stressed over and afterward plot the initial hardly any means you need to take to manage those things on a bit of paper. It's ceremonial. You crease it up and place it by your bedside, and you state something like, "Alright, I've just idea about these things and there's no genuine purpose behind me to continue utilizing my vitality to concentrate on this," Prather says. The truth is that when you're attempting to nod off, or when you're alert in the night, you're psychologically not in the correct space to handle these tensions at any rate. 5. Try an imagery exercise. Another procedure that fits personalization is a symbolism workout where you close your eyes in bed and envision yourself accomplishing something you find unwinding, strolling on the seashore, sitting in a recreation center, whatever. I like to think about those delightful paint blending recordings you see on Instagram. This is a procedure Martin uses to make individuals less restless by and large, and she says it tends to be an extremely helpful approach to nod off. 6. Avoiding napping. Snoozes during the daytime can likewise disturb the circadian mood, especially those more extended than 2 hours or near the night. One investigation found that understudies who snoozed at any rate 3 times each week for longer than 2 hours or rested near the night had a lower nature of rest than their friends. Following a poor night's rest, it is enticing to take a long snooze, especially near the night. In any case, attempt to maintain a strategic distance from this as it can unfavorably influence an energizing rest cycle. 7. Changing eating habits. What an individual eats, especially at night, can affect rest. For instance, eating a huge supper inside 1 hour of heading to sleep may weaken an individual's capacity to rest. Processing a supper can take in any event 2 to 3 hours. Resting during this period can cause distress or sentiments of sickness and moderate the stomach-related procedure in certain individuals, however this isn't the situation for everybody. It is ideal to permit the body sufficient opportunity to process a supper before resting. The specific time required will fluctuate from individual to individual. 8. Avoiding reading an ebook. Digital books or ebooks have gotten progressively famous in the previous hardly any years. They have illuminated screens, which make them perfect for perusing before bed in an obscured room. Nonetheless, this could influence rest adversely. One examination gave youthful grown-ups a printed book and a digital book to peruse before bed. The scientists found that when utilizing the digital book, the members took more time to nod off. They were likewise progressively alert during the nights and less caution in the first part of the day, contrasted with when they read the printed book. Such outcomes propose that digital books could negatively affect rest. If you found this video useful or interesting, so please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. If you don't like, also comment for future improvement.